Hi everyone, welcome to my second floss tube. It's probably been about 3 weeks since I did the first one. I really thought I would get here sooner than 3 weeks to do my second one, but life happens, so I'm doing it today. It's Sunday afternoon, it's September 2nd. Yay, fall's coming. And in Florida, we're always, well, at least I am, since I'm not from Florida, waiting for fall to come ever. So I like some cooler weather. Let me tell you about some things I've been doing. Last weekend I had a retreat here for the Bare Bones retreat in Ocala, Florida. That is put on by the local LNS Brick City Stitchers. And they do it's a stitch in every time in a hotel. And it's Thursday through Sunday. And they do 4 or 5 of them a year. So I try to get to those if I can. So that was fun. And since I'm working now, I didn't get to go till Friday. So I got a late start. And then by the time we got to Saturday, and Saturday night, you're not going to believe this, at 9:30 p.m., the room was like, only had 4 people in it. I'm like, don't they stitch till late into the night? And so it was funny. We stayed a little bit. We stayed probably till about 11:30 or 12 and stitched, and it was fun. I met some new friends, and I met Jackie with Cross My Stitches. She's a Flosstube, and she's here close to me, and she was there, so I got to meet her, and that was fun. And I made some new friends. I have a new friend, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you. And see old friends that I've met there, Linda and Ann. There's so many, and Jean, who's the owner of the shop. And if you ever need anything, call Jean at Brick City Stitchers and she will get it. She's really good about that. So that was my event last weekend, which was fun, doing a stitch retreat. I have some shout outs, and I have to look at my notes, y'all. If I don't look at notes, I don't stay on track. I have not really watched the Joan and Kelly show, so I had heard about it, so I wanted to go and see what that was all about, because I knew they had some Etsy shops, and I wanted to see what they sell too. And so that's fun. So I've been sort of binge watching some of theirs, and I had no idea that Joan was Mama Joan from Joan and Kelly show. And so that was kind of an eye-opening thing for me, because I didn't know that, so that was fun. And Kelly, she does the Bitsy bobs. And I don't even have a Bitsy bob to show you, but you go to her Etsy shop, and I will link it below. And Mama Joan's shop, I'll link her below. She does project bags. So that's fun. And at the end of their show, they'll show some of their stuff that they sell on Etsy. So that's kind of fun. They do a lot of neat cross stitches too. And I just love watching everybody's different cross stitches and what they're doing. It is so amazing, and everybody's tastes and how they change things. I just love to watch it to find out things. I also been watching Shirl McKinney, Tranquil Stitchers, and that's been fun too. And she's just so calming to me, watching her and listening to her. And she also does project bags, and at the end of her video, she usually shows off some of her project bags too. And I just bought one, and I love it. And I did get it, Shirl. I love it. Thank you. Broadway Stitcher, I just happened upon her, and it has been always one of my dreams to go to New York City, and I still can't believe I haven't done it. I said I was going to do it for my 40th birthday, then I said I was going to do it for my 50th birthday, and it's never happened. And it's fun watching her and seeing what she's doing in stitching, but then she'll also feature one of the shows that she's been to, and she's been to a lot of them, and it's fun to hear about all the different shows and the ins and outs, how to get around New York and do New York. So that's fun, and thank you for sharing all that. That is fun. So go see her. I'll have her linked below. And then another one that I just recently found too, and she's been doing floss tubes for 3 years. Now I've only been watching floss tubes since January, but I just came upon her, and maybe people have talked about her before, but I have missed the boat on that one. But it is Lindystitches, and I've been kind of binge watching her lately, because when I found out she was from Northwest Indiana, I was really excited, because that's where I'm from, and so I wanted to watch her, and she talks kind of my lingo, and I kind of get her. And I just made a comment on her recent video that she kind of reminds me of the adult version of Anne of Green Gables. Does anybody else see that, or has anybody else ever said that to her? But it's so fun to hear her quote things from poems and books and tell us things, and just insert wisdom into our lives sometimes just by what she's reading and sharing. So I'm really enjoying, and oh, also she does a lot of patterns, her own patterns, and she has an Etsy store, and I will link her below. She also has a website, which I'll link below. But she's done one recently called Birds of the Bough, I believe is the correct name of it. It is beautiful. It's like a sampler, but brighter colors, and I'm more into that. I'm into the brighter colors on samplers, so I may be doing that one. So go check her out also. I received yesterday, I belong to, let me see, it's the Facebook group Cross Card and ATC Sal. Cross Stitch Card and ATC Sal. And what they do is they do an exchange every month, and you can join it every month, and you can do 1 month and not do the next month. You know, you just decide how your life schedule is. But one day they'll do like a baseball size cross stitch, and you put it on a card, or you send it just like, actually 1 month they do the little baseball size, you stitch that and you send to someone. Then the next month they do a card. And so this month I just got mine yesterday, and the person that sent to me, and I'm gonna probably mess up her name because I'm not sure how to say it, but Jessica Valajas is how I'm gonna say it. So, but she stitches actually on the cardstock. And these are so neat. And the theme this month was antique. So we had to send a card with an antique motif on it or something. So here's what she sent me. They're so cute. They're so nice. Look. Isn't that good? Can you see that? She cross stitches right onto the card. I love it. And then she actually sent me two. Here's the other one. Isn't that cute? Thank you, Jessica. I love these. I love those. So that's one of my little stitchy gifts I got, kind of exchange things of a gift this month, so that was fun. I have some finishes I want to show you. Let's see. I'm going to start with this one. Okay, this is a... If you know what this is, that means you know what it is. It's called a bauble. And Mr. X Stitcher out of the UK, he does some magazines now. He just started doing his own magazines, and he kind of does things out of the box on cross stitching. So it's kind of fun to see what he's doing as in patterns and different projects he's doing. But these are called baubles, and he's not really told us yet what the baubles are all going to be about. He wants them to make it this size. Now I'm going to show you two first. I'm going to show you this one, and then I'll show you how they're doing this. I'm going to try to get closer. There's one bauble. And then I'm probably not going to send this bauble because after I started doing it, it was right around my 25th wedding anniversary, and I decided to memorialize it to my 25th wedding anniversary. And we went to Cancun, my husband and I, so I'm going to do this and make it into ornament, and on the back put, you know, 25th wedding anniversary. I love it. That's a bauble I'm going to keep. I'm actually going to do some more baubles also to send. But here's what it is. If you go to his website, and I'll link it below, Mr. X Stitch, and he gives 4 patterns, and you can do them any way you like. You can make them any color or anything, but you have to make them this size. And he likes for you to leave about this much around the edge, because he's going to take them and put, I think he said, don't quote me on this, a 3-inch hoop around them. And he hasn't told us exactly, like I said, what he's going to do yet, but I think it's going to be something, I don't know, maybe it'd be a huge Christmas tree, and he wants us to put our name and stuff on the back of them and everything. We just send them to him, and I don't know what's going to happen afterwards, but it's going to be fun to see what's going to result of this. So go check that out. We've known about this probably for 6 months, and these are due, you can do how many ever you want by October 31st, so that's fun. So go check out Mr. X Stitcher's Baubles. And then here's one of my finishes also, and it's not framed yet, so it's just a finish. I finished it. Look. Cottage Garden Samplings, Peace on Earth. This is a sale going on right now. I did it on the gray. I believe this is Alchemist by Picture This Plus. And I used the call for colors on it. I liked it. Look at that. Cardinal. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I gotta get it framed. I took a couple things to get framed, but I'm holding my Christmas ones because I want to get some fall ones framed first. So I'll take my Christmas ones next. And then here's one I've done by Silver Creek Samplers. It's called Dorothy's Discovery. There's the side view, and then there's the top of it. And one thing, they don't put the names of their patterns on this card. I have to actually get the pattern out to see the name of it. So that one's called Dorothy's Discovery, and I finished that one. And my husband's from Kansas. My daughters were born in Kansas. So I kind of have a thing for Wizard of Oz and Kansas. I like all that. And sunflowers and everything about Kansas. I really like. Look. The power is there wherever you choose. It's found in the heart, not in your shoes. Isn't that cute? There's a little emerald city right here. And then her shoes are actually sparkly. And the rainbow there. And her dress. I just got to get that framed. And I cannot remember, everything before my floss tubes, I did not keep track of material. So I'm starting to do that, and on my new stuff you'll know what the fabrics are. And then we have, so I'll tell you about all of this. No, I'll tell you about it now. So yesterday, actually Friday, people have been talking about EGA, and I've heard them about EGA on all the floss tubes. I've never belonged to an EGA. I really don't know what it's all about and how it works. And so I went on Facebook yesterday and looked up EGA for our area. And I found out we have a Duval Clay County GVA. It's called Do Clay. And so I looked it up and I joined the Facebook group. And they were getting ready to have their meeting yesterday. Well, this is Friday, I'm discovering this. And they were getting ready to have a class on how to do flat folds. Well, I've always wanted to learn how to do flat folds, and I've watched Vanna's video once, and I knew if I'm going to do it, I'm going to have to watch it as I do it. But I thought I could go to this class. I wonder if it's too late. I'm reading the supplies. How am I going to get all this together? Do I have a pattern I can take to do a flat fold that's done that I haven't finished? So I went through my unfinished patterns, and I found one I probably did about 5 years ago, and I cannot remember where I got it from. I think it's from Stony Creek, and there were 2 other motifs with it, or 2 little patterns with it, and I only did this one. I'm planning on doing all of them, but I've only done this one. And so my only dilemma was mat board or foam board, and it said you can bring either. And I was pretty sure I wanted mat board. But when I went to Michael's, because that was the closest for me to go on Saturday morning, and she talked me into foam board, even though I told her I want mat board. She said, oh, it'd be really expensive if you do mat board. I'm thinking, but it's so crisper and everything. So she convinced me to do the foam board, which I did, and I'm going to show you mine in foam board, but I probably will not do foam board when I make any more of these. But it still looks good, and I like it. And so I went to the class, and they let me come in late notice, and I learned how to do this flat fold. And I really enjoyed myself, because then I got to meet some more local stitchers, because I usually go to Ocala, which is an hour from me. And that's where most of my stitchy friends are. But now I'm going to be meeting some locally, and I understand there's even someone in my neighborhood in my EGA. So it's going to be fun going to that every month. But here's what I made. I don't even know the name of it because I couldn't find the pattern. I'm pretty sure it's in a magazine and that's why I couldn't find it. But it's called Dream. It has a dragonfly and a butterflies. It actually has a bunch of coppery cranic right here on this part. It goes down and around the whole thing. And then here's my flat fold. You see how it looks with, and I'm not done with it because I'm actually going to embellish and put a bunch of stuff across this top. I'm going to put some kind of something around the edge here. So it's not, that's why it's not fully finished yet. I want to embellish it and do more to it. But here's how it tents up and stands up then. And there's the back. So I went to an estate sale when I lived in Tennessee a couple years ago. And this lady had, oh my goodness, she had tons of fabric. And I spent $100 the day I bought a bunch, and I bought a bunch of batik. So I'm going to use it for a lot of finishes that I have. I really wanted to go back and get more. I mean, she had so much that everybody could get something that they wanted. It was so nice. But I really love this on here. It matches the front very well. So I really like the flat folds. I'm going to do a lot of finishes, I think, that way on my smaller things. Alright, here's some of my finishes. I'm going to show you some I just got back from the framer. Oh, I should have brought, I don't have the patterns with me. They're not going to be easy to grab either. So, I'm sorry, but I'll tell you what they are. This is one I just got back. This is My Big Toe design. She has, or he, I'm not sure if it's a she or he, probably, I'm not sure. Does a lot of like hymns or song sayings. I love this one. I'm going to put this in my Americana bathroom. And I did all the called for colors. I didn't change anything. And I put my name on one side and the date on the other in that corner. I love this one. So it's called America, My Big Toe. All the called for flosses. And it's on 28 count. It looks like even weave. So that's that one. And then this one I did right before that one. This is called I Surrender All. It's a hymn. All to Jesus I surrender, all to him I freely give, all to thee my blessed Savior I surrender all. I will ever love and trust him, in his presence daily live. Now when I was younger, I started playing piano when I was, well, I couldn't play piano, they said, until I learned how to read. So I was like 6 when I started playing piano. And by the time I was in 4th grade, I was playing the hymns in church. By the time I was in junior high, well, no, not 4th grade. I was playing hymns in 4th grade. It's one of the first songs I learned was a hymn. And then when I was in junior high, my family, a couple of families up in Northwest Indiana, went to start a church that was in the area. And I was the pianist for that. So I learned a lot of hymns and play a lot of hymns. So when I see all these hymns, I want to do them now. So that's been fun. And that one, that I Surrender All, and I don't know, my brother might watch these, but that's for him for Christmas. And he made a change in his life when he was about 32 years old. And that hymn came to him. And he has loved that hymn ever since. And so when I saw that, I knew I had to do that for him. So I'm giving that to him for Christmas. Okay, here's another one of my finishes. And this is actually a model I did. And I'm going to talk a little bit about who I did this for. Look at this. Isn't it cute? And when I first saw it, it wasn't even named yet. And I was the model stitcher for this. And this piece is called Bubblicious. And I found out about this through a Facebook group, Love for Cross Stitch. Faye Kuhn runs that Facebook page, and she has partnered with Brian Jenkins, who is a gentleman that has done lots of graphic design and patterns, and he did a bunch for Dimensions in the 90s. And I'll link their website below. Go there and read all about both of them. Read all about Brian and how he is kind of a home buddy, but he's thought that cross stitch was non-existent anymore because he wasn't doing as much anymore for Dimensions. They learned that it's actually coming alive again. It is. I really believe that is. So they have just come together to do some patterns. And so this Boo, Bubblicious, is actually a trio of 3, and I'm going to show you the sheet here in a minute on these. This is Boo Bubblicious, and it comes in a trio of 3 Halloween patterns. Can you see it? You can go to Etsy to buy it, you can go to their website to buy it, and I did downloads. You can do not downloads also. But look, here's a little witch. And a cat. Isn't that cute? I said Jenkins. It's Brian Jenkins. I said that wrong. I have thought Jenkins all along, and I have been totally wrong. Yeah, it's Brian Jenkins. Sorry, Brian. So that's the trio, but let me show you what else they have in their shop, because they're just starting out and they don't have a bunch yet. Look at the Christmas trio. It's called Merry Mint Trio. Look at it. Look at the gingerbread house. Can you see it? Look, isn't it cute? That's a drum. Mine will not focus in, will it? It might be the quality of me doing it on a laptop. I may have to change to my phone sometime. And then this one's the first pattern they did that I bought, and I haven't done it yet, but it's going to be in my plans. Boo Butterfly. And look at this butterfly with all the Halloween stuff in it. Look at the candy apples and the cats and the jack-o'-lanterns and the little ghosts. And look, the whole thing is also jack-o'-lantern. See its smile down here? And from what I understand, and it has this really cool border. I mean, you can hardly see it. It's got like gravestones and stuff like that all around the edge. From what I understand, I think they're going to do different butterflies for different seasons, which is going to be really fun. That's Boo Butterfly. So Love for Cross Stitch is their Facebook page, their Etsy page, and their website. And one more thing, their new one here, they just released this week. Look at this, Together We Stitch. Making friends, one stitch at a time. Can you see that? It's the globe as a heart, and then there's flags that encircle it, different country flags. Making friends, one stitch at a time. It has floss here, it has scissors here. Isn't that cute? I love it. So go check them out. Love number 4 cross stitch. That's how you find them. So, that was all my Foley finishes. But I'm going to show you some past Foley finishes because fall's coming up and I've been getting them out because I want to put them up. And I have the charts for these. This one I'm going to get ready to show you. Scattered Pumpkins. The S don't show up very much on the... That was Scattered Pumpkins. Isn't it cute? And here it is. This is Shepherd's Bush. And I did this. This is like one of the very rare ones that I haven't signed and dated. But I probably did it 3 years ago. Love it. Look at it. And it's purple letters. And look at all the little buttons on it. The bats and the spider body, and then you stitch the legs. I love this one. Had lots of buttons. That's Scattered Pumpkins. And then I've done Suhilis. It's the most wonderful feast of the year. I haven't even done the Christmas one yet. I'll show you the Christmas one. It's on the back. I have it, but I haven't done it. It's the most wonderful time of the year for Christmas. And then look at the Halloween one. It's the most wonderful fright of the year. So this one I did about 3 years ago. And I love it. And I love the framing on it. So let me show you that. That's Suhilis. Look. You see the frame? It's like rustic green. I love it. Let me show you close up. Look at the corn there. The corn and the turkey and the pilgrim hat and the apples and the apple pie. It's not even pumpkin pie. I'm pretty sure that's apple. Another pumpkin. And look at the Indian feathers. The headdress. I love this one. I can't wait to do them all. This one I did, what does it say? I did my name sideways. 2015. I said 3 years ago. It was about 3 years ago. So that's Suhilis. And everything I do is on even weave. So that's 28 count. And I've always done 28 count, but I'm starting to move to 32. And then this one I did in 2010. It's from, I think it's from 2006 Stony Creek magazine though, but I didn't do it till 2010. And I must have discovered it when I wasn't, I don't know, maybe I wasn't getting all Stony Creek magazines back then. But since then, and since I've been in Florida, I've learned that there's one for every season. So what I did was I went on Stony Creek, because you can buy back magazines. Actually, I asked first on my LNS, and one lady had the winter one, winter quilt one, and so she gave me her copy. Well, then you can go on Stony Creek and buy the sometimes they'll make their patterns out of their magazines, leaflets that you can buy at their store. So I saw that they were in the store that I can buy them, but I also saw they had back issues, and back issues are only $5. So I was able to get the back issues. I'm going to do every one of these. And I love this one because it was, I like them all, but this is the first one I ever knew about and did. And I think Stitches by Cindy, she's done this. And she did 2 sunflowers, I believe, on each side. But I liked the pumpkin. I love the pumpkin. I love this. Autumn. Take time each season to be thankful and pray. I love it. And it has all the little quilt motifs. This is one of my favorites. So I can't wait to do winter, spring, and summer, which I have now. So I just have to do them. So that's some of my past finishes that I wanted to show since I was getting them out to hang them up. Whips. What am I doing? I'm not doing much because I'm, well, I have, but like on one project at a time because I'm trying to get things done. So I know I showed this last week, but I've got scene 9 done of By the Bay. Haven, Harbor, Harbor, Haven. I got scene 9 done. I love it. I don't have the outline done yet for the ship, but I will. I love this one. And I don't totally complete it if it goes into the next one because I want the floss to flow right. So that's that one. So that's 9. That means I have 3 more scenes and I'm done with that one. So I can't wait to do that. By the Bay. Haven Harbor is the name of that. And another thing on By the Bay I want to show you is, and let me show you what I'm getting this out of. I know some people have shown these. I also have project bags, but when I'm traveling and stuff, you can get these at Amazon. I love them. They fit everything perfect for me. They even fit the books. Well, I'll have to show you that. I'll show you something I'm going to do in the future that's from By the Bay. Then this one I'm trying to catch up on. This is Lakeside Linens Sal. I'm just adding more bands at the bottom. The dogs. And I want to show you something I learned on the dogs. Let me see if I can show you this. They gave you two examples. You could do dogs or cats. Now look at my dog. You're going to see the difference. But I'm going to leave it because I want to notice that difference. See the dog on this side? Right here? How when you take the variegated thread and I went up and down, how he kind of looks striped. I got smarter on the other ones. Look, I made him spotty, so I stayed in different areas to make him spotty. The first one goes up and down. But I kind of like when you have patterns and you have one unique thing that stands out or something different, even if there's an error. It just makes it yours. So I'm just going to leave that one. And this one, when you get this on Lakeside Linen, there's 6 color waves. There's even a rainbow one. There's a pastel one. I chose all like the browns, which isn't something I would normally choose. I would normally choose brights, but I did because I wanted to put this in my house and I wanted to match things, so I just did brown. That's Lakeside, where I got that, and that's a Sal also. Let's see, what else am I doing? Oh, I gotta go get it. Okay. I'm gonna let it run while I go get this. I left it over there because I'm working on it. I'll be right back. I knew when I did my video that I was going to forget to grab that because I'm working on it. Today, actually, I'm working on it. So I'm doing, this is the new Stony Creek magazine. Whoops, don't look at that stuff. I'll put it down here. Happy Fall truck. Is that not cute? I knew I had to do that. But guess what? I changed the color of the truck. I like the red trucks, and I've done red truck ones also, but I wanted to change it on this one because my grandpa, growing up, his truck was like this color I'm going to show you. Like that turquoisey green color. They had those old ones in the back in the day too. And he also had pumpkins and sold pumpkins. So here's the start of my whip on this. Can you see that? So my only color change is the truck, and that is Weeks Caribbean Blue, which is shown more turquoisey, but it's more that green blue. Remember those trucks back then? They were kind of green blue. I love the variegation on it. So hope to finish that soon. So those are my only whips that I've been working on. Let me see. I'm going to show you some things. Oh, I forgot to show you something. This is out of order. But Jessica, who sent me the cards that she made earlier, she sent me these little like post-it flags. I love them. And they have flamingos on them. I don't know if she knew, but I do like flamingos. Maybe she knew because I lived in Florida. I love these. I forgot to show those. Okay, here's some of my haul, and actually I'm going to show that different. Hold on, let me put this all over here. I gotta learn how to do all this orderly stuff. Here's some of my haul. Patriotic Sampler. I haven't started yet. I haven't even bought the floss pack. I understand they were kind of behind on that, and I wasn't in a hurry to start it. So I'm just waiting to get all the silks and everything for that, and all the specialty stitches. I can't wait to do that. That's Jeanette Douglas Designs. Patriotic Sampler. It's cute. That's something, part of my haul. I haven't really bought a lot lately. I have some in my future things I'm going to do. Let me take this sheet out of here so I don't show somebody's address. This is a project bag I got from Shirl at Tranquil Stitchers on Flosstube. Look at this. Oh, let me show you the front. Isn't that cute? And here's all the fabric and birds. Look at the birds. And it's fall and birds. I love it in the basket. I love this one. And then when I was at retreat last week, there's a lady that makes project bags, but she doesn't really advertise because she can't keep up with the demand as some have. So she'll bring things to our retreats and sell. And she found some really neat fabrics. Look at this one. And these are bigger. Red on the inside, but look at the back. I love the beach scenes. Look at the beach. I love it. And then I got this one because I told her I had contacted her because I knew she was going to be at retreat, and I just told her different things I liked. And I like birds. I like critters, I've said before. So she brought this one. Got turquoise on the inside. Look at the birds. Isn't that pretty? And butterflies. I love that one. So project bags are kind of my haul this week. Now, let's see here. I don't want to forget that. Some of my future, let's see this one. I want to keep on track. Oh, yeah, some of my future plans, what I want to do. This one I'm doing for an exchange, so I can't wait to do it. And I'm going to finish it, and I may buy the walnuts and try that walnut finish because I've been wanting to do a little pillow out of walnuts. I cannot get it out of the bag. Sorry, y'all. I know you've seen it. Pumpkin spice. Before I go over here where there's no glare. Hands-on design, pumpkin spice farm. I'm going to be starting that in the next week or two. Finish that. That won't take me long to do. The finishing will probably take longer for me. Oh, I can show this because it's free. This is on, I was told you I was going to share with you later. This is from By the Bay. It's a free pattern on there right now called White Pumpkin. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to try that. I might change the colors. I'm not sure because I like white. I might do white and turquoise pumpkins. Is what I'm thinking on that one. And then one of my future, okay, I did it. I finally decided I'm doing it. Other people have started it, and I can't resist because it's so cute. It's so stinking cute. Look. Tidy Modernist, the Haunted Mansion. The first phase was doing the house and everything. And then room 1 has been released, and room 2 has been released. So I just bought it, so I got everything up to room 2. Haunted Mansion. It's so cute. Tiny Modernist. And it's funny, I just ordered some fabric I wanted to do for it, and then I got my monthly fabric by Stephanie, and it's like the same, it's like the same thing that you can use on here. So my other one's almost here, and I'm gonna compare and see which one to do. But I was like, oh man, I should have waited for Stephanie's fabric to see what it was gonna be. But I'm gonna start that one. And I should tell you, I'm really going to start this one very next because I'm behind. Last one on Peace on Earth, I did it and got it over with because I knew I needed to get it over with or I never will. But I'm going to do, I got to take everything out. What everybody else is doing. 'Tis the Season by Blackbird Designs. And I did buy, something's going off. I think my refrigerator door is open. Someone left it open. So let me tell you what I did. I'm going to show you all the differences here. So this is Victoria Motto. And this is what's called for whitewash. And my Let me see if I need to get a sheet like everybody else does. There. So it's not too bad. I'll probably go with whatever one shows up better on my fabric. And then here's the Grecian gold came with it as a part of the pattern. And then this is Victorian motto. See, it's pretty different. So I'm not going to decide what I'm using, and as I go I'm going to decide and see which one I like better. So there's that one, and then here's the gray differences. Bark by Weeks Dye, and then Victorian motto. They're not too, one's darker. So I'll decide again when I do it. Then here's the two greens, and they're pretty different. So, oh wait, that's not right. Well, now I'm unsure. Here's another one I know goes together. See, they're a little different, so I'll decide as I get there. And I think this goes with this. The differences. I may go with Victorian motto on this because of the variegation in it. We'll have to see. See, some of them are a lot different. And I think, so again, and then here's the difference in all the reds. I think I like Weeks Dye works better because of the variegation. It's more variegated, I feel. And the reds. It just started raining here, so my color has gone down. But I'm also, when it shows, oh, I just shut my book. I saw someone post one that's already stitched this from when it first came out. And on the birds right here, I'm going to show you here in a minute, there's white pieces and then there's little white little snowflakes everywhere. Spaced different. There's one right there. I'm using beads. And on the little holly berries, I'm using red beads. So I'm beading some of that white snowflakes and white on the bird. The red I'm going to use is this one. 3049. And the white I'm using, it's kind of a little off-white, is 3021. So I'm going to do beads on those. I really liked it when I saw another lady do a bead, so I'm like, I'm going to do beads too. I like the beads. Okay, that's one of my future nearest. I'm really going to be starting that, doing it probably with the truck. I'll probably go back and forth with the truck and that one, the Happy Fall truck. And then my other one I want to start. Oh, this is my fabric for 'tis the season. Legacy 32. That's what I'm using. Legacy 32. And guess what? It's not even weave. It's linen. So I'm going to do something on linen, which I have before. I just prefer even weave. So I'm going to do that on linen. And my other project that I want to start and get done by the end of October is from Stony Creek's, is it Stony Creek? No, sorry, just Cross Stitch, a Halloween issue. And I would have started this already, and I realized I did not kit up the flosses for it. So I need all the flosses. I need the gunmetal, the grasshopper. Oh, grasshopper or brown. I'm probably going to change that to brown because I'm changing the fabric. I'll show you in a minute. Candy apple squash clockwork. And then, so these 5 I don't have. School bus. Since I just started working at school, I thought it would be really fun to do that one and hang it at work. But guess what I'm doing it on? Kermit. Kermit! Look at this green. It's like lime Halloween green. It looks yellow there, but it's green. That's what I'm going to do it on. I got a piece big enough. I went and got a piece. So I'm going to be doing that in the future also. So that is what I've been doing, what I want to do, what I finished, everything. It's been so much fun. I love the floss tubes. I love watching everybody. I feel like I know you all, which is really weird. I know, and I know everybody says this, but I feel like I know you all, and you're my friends, and you don't even know me really. But I feel like I know you. And if I saw you somewhere, I'd probably run up to you, and that would be really weird, because I feel like I know you because I see you all the time and watch you. So this next weekend I am, I should say, I'm so glad, and I should have welcomed everybody at the beginning. I didn't. But I'm up to about 200 subscribers, which is really cool. I never thought or dreamed what would happen when I did a video. So when I get to 500, I'm going to do a giveaway, and I'll let you know on what that is, because I have a couple ideas on that. This weekend, I keep saying, my daughter said I kept saying that a lot at the beginning of my last one. So I'll try to get better on that. But this weekend, I'm going to another stitch-in Brandon, Florida, which is like 3 hours away. But it's some of my friends that I've stitched with before at other retreats. And it's just a one-day one on Saturday, and I'm just going to go, we're going to do that. We're going to do a needle minder exchange. I'm supposed to have a name tag made by then. I didn't know people made cross-stitch name tags, so I've been perusing and trying to find something I want to do. So if you all know any really neat patterns, especially if they're beachy or something, let me know that I can do as a name tag. That would be awesome. And I have to do that within the week, which I will. So I got to get that done by next Friday, or I'll leave Saturday morning early to go to that. I guess that's it for this floss tube. I wanted to leave a floss tube point to ponder every week. Just something for you to think about. Sometimes they might have to do with faith, sometimes they might not, sometimes they might have to do with women. But I started about 2 or 3 years ago. I just felt like God was telling me that I needed to be more intentional about being around more people or more women, encouraging them, because I have a lot that I can share or encourage with, but I'm pretty much a homebody, and I usually like to be at home, so I don't get out a lot, even though I do, activities in church. It's overwhelming to me, and when I'm home, I'm ready to get home, and relax. So I started reading this one book called The Turquoise Table, where this lady wanted to be intentional about knowing her neighbors. I know that's kind of scary sometimes, and people think that's kind of weird sometimes because we don't do that anymore, but she got to thinking about how we all put fences around our house now, and all the activity we ever do is in our backyard, and nobody ever sees us, and nobody ever knows who we are. And so what she did is she went and got a picnic table, and she painted it a turquoise blue and put it under her tree in the front yard. She didn't know how that was going to be, and I'm actually still trying to finish that book. But so the first day she just went out there with like a pitcher of water and some cups and just sat there and read her newspaper, did what she does normally probably at her kitchen table. So people started noticing, people started stopping by, and it just developed into knowing her neighbors and being out front, and how she's thinking we all need our front porches again, and how we need to be out front and know our neighbors and know the people around us. So I've just been trying to connect more, like doing stitching retreats. I have let's see what other ways if I connect. Flosstubes. I mean, to me, that's a way to connect and know people, you know, that do things like I do. So that's been fun knowing people on cross stitch, Flosstube also. So I try to connect. I'm starting a Bible study in my neighborhood, in my house that my neighborhood ladies are coming to, and this time I opened it up at my church, and so some ladies from church and the neighborhood are coming, and that's every Monday night. And so I'm just trying to be intentional about connecting and sharing my faith, what I know, how I can encourage you. So if ever you need anything, and I've always been that way. Even when I used to play games, well, this is something I'll have to tell you about sometime, but I played online and just getting to know people and encouraging them and being there for them. So I love connecting in different ways, and this Flosstube community is a really great way to connect with everybody. And so I wanted to thank you all just for doing Flosstubes also, and just opening up your lives and your homes and who you are and sharing. And I love it, and I hope that this keeps going like it is. So here's my Flosstube point to ponder to end with today. Live every day fearless. The phrase "do not be afraid" is written in the Bible 365 times. Can you believe that? 365. So what's common about that? So we have one "do not be afraid" for every day of the year. Yay! Isn't that amazing that God does that sort of thing? That we would come up with 365 days a year, and He actually says that 365 days, 365 times in the Bible to not be afraid. So if there's anybody out there that's been afraid even to do Flosstubes, or just get out there, just do it. Just do it and have fun, and just share who you are. Just share your cross stitch if you don't want to share who you are. We still want to know about your cross stitch. So thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you all soon, and you all have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.